I received this question in my Telegram group in the year of 2024, and it goes like this. So this follower will be getting a new BTO and have 100k in the OA. For the 100k, should he transfer to SA and make it full retirement sum, or pay to a HDB loan to reduce the loan amount? And the age is 36. You know, the thing about such questions when you ask online is that everyone goes through different situations and they will choose the decision that works best in their lives. So what may work for me may not work for you, and it's very difficult to answer such questions. But I guess if you would put the same question in my own situation, then I'll give you the thought process behind it, which is why we are answering this question today if you're in a similar situation. But please do not take it as financial advice, because I do not know your full picture. You know, I don't know your income, I don't know your family, I don't know what hardship you may be in, that you may not be able to execute the actions that we discuss in this video. So don't take it as financial advice, just treat it as entertainment. And if it relates to you, just help me click a like. I guess some other followers have already provided their answer to this question in the Telegram group as well. So if you want to ask such questions, please do not DM me. Please go to my Telegram group of over 19,000 members to ask the hive mind, you know. Ask for more opinions so that people can give you a better answer based on your situation, because it may relate to them better than to myself. So join us at over 19,000 members in the Honey Money SG Telegram group. Firstly, to answer this question, I think we need to answer from the question of why do you even have $100,000 in the OA? Now, maybe this follower have subscribed to $100,000 of treasury bills, you know, the SGST bills for the high yield in the previous few months or years. And the 100,000 funds is finally returned back to the CPF ordinary account after the maturity. The second possibility is that maybe this viewer in the past do not know of CPF strategies to plan for the retirement, or you know, recently just watched my video, then realize that, oh, there's such a big world in the CPF that I have missed. And then this $100,000 in OA, I don't know what to do. Now, regardless of which situation you're in, I first have to congratulate you, because having $100,000 at 36 and you still have a property, you have shelter over your head, I think it's a remarkable achievement. $100,000 is 6 figures. That's a lot of money in the OA, you know. And I have to also congratulate you that you did not overspend on housing, because many people just wipe out their entire CPF and their cash balances to get the biggest house in the most mature location at the highest floor, which drains away all their cash and whatever savings they have in the CPF, hindering all their retirement plans because they now have to service the expensive mortgage. So kudos to you. I think it's a great achievement. But let's come back to this question. You asked for two options. Either you want to pay back your housing loan, you know, just to reduce the mortgage amount, or you want to transfer OA to SA. I'll offer you a third option, which is to invest your OA. So I'll explain this in 3 sequential parts, like what are the reasons for and what are the reasons against. Number one option is to pay off the housing loan using your 100,000 OA, and that will reduce the mortgage. And based on the follower, it said that it will reduce from the current $1,100 to $600 per month, which is a big difference, right? A $500 reduction in the monthly mortgage. That's a lot of savings that you can have, and also a peace of mind. Now, if you're supporting this option, then obviously you come from a camp that you really do not like debt. You want to be debt free, and debt is like a hanging problem above your head. With the debt on your shoulders, you'll be afraid to change jobs, you'll be afraid to switch industries if you don't like your current role or, you know, your current workplace. And then, yeah, with lesser debt, then you have a clearer headspace that you can move on to make more money and have more savings and to get on more experiences, right? I fully understand that, and I respect that decision, because over time, as I heard of more financial stories from friends and family members around me, then I realized that having a debt-free mentality is sometimes very liberating, because it reduces anxiety and reduces work stress if you're put in that situation. So I fully respect that. So if you want to be debt-free and you really want to relieve yourself of that debt, then I guess it's best option that you pay down that HDB loan using the $100,000 OA. But this is not for me. I am a believer that housing debt is a good debt that you should leverage in the long run for the furthest duration, so that you can then use the opportunity that you would have to invest in assets that can get you higher returns than the interest rate that you are going to pay for your mortgage loan. So I myself will not pay down the housing loan early, because I want to stretch that to the longest tenor so that I can leverage on the good housing debt. Which reminds me that looking to grow your wealth through property this year, Philips Securities is organizing a live event this month. Join Mr. Marcus Chu, CEO of ERA Singapore, ERA Asia Pacific, and APAC Realty, as he shares expert insights on the latest property trends across residential and commercial markets. Learn how economic shifts impact real estate and discover smart strategies to grow your portfolio. This event will be held on Friday, 21st February at 7 p.m. located at Philip Investor Center at Raffles City Tower. Best of all, this event is free, but seats are limited. So don't miss this opportunity to level up your investment knowledge and click the link in description to secure a spot for the event right now. So the point is, I would not choose to pay down the housing loan, but I fully respect those who choose to do so, and I have no questions about it. Number 2 option, which is to transfer from the ordinary account OA to the special account SA, that $100,000 for you to reach the CPF full retirement sum. And I covered about CPF full retirement sum for many years, and I'm assuming that the SA of this follower probably is around $100,000 plus as well, so that you transfer $100,000, you get like a full retirement sum for year 2025, which is $213,000, which is a very good achievement there. For the age of 36, you reach full retirement sum. That is remarkable, plus you have a roof over your head. And I'm very sure if you are in the comment section, you will see that transferring OA to SA is stupid. It's for idiots. It's for people who do not know how to invest, people who really don't know how to look at tax planning for the long term. And I was one of those idiots that you are talking about, who transferred OA to SA in my late 20s. But the reason why I did that in my late 20s, like before the year of 2020, was because back then there weren't much options that you could invest your CPF in for low cost options and diversified enough to reduce the risk. So in my late 20s, when I signed the BTO purchase and make my down payment for the flat, I already transferred the excess OA to my SA to build up my retirement funds in the SA. And I already understood the supercharging effect back then, which was why I already hit the full retirement sum in my 30 years old. And that was when the supercharging effect started. At the same time, compound interest also works in your favor because the SA has an interest rate of 4% per annum compared to 2.5% in the OA. But some of you may argue that from 2.5% to 4%, it is not much, right? I guess the true benefit is coming from the supercharging effect, because once your Medisave account is at the basic healthcare sum, plus your SA is at the full retirement sum, then where does your Medisave account contributions go to? It goes to the OA, right? Creating the supercharging effect of 31% of your gross salary if you are 35 and below. Then if you are between 35 to 45, it is 30% of your gross salary. And you can refer to my Instagram table, which you can look out for the allocation based on your age bracket. And I've already done a video to explain on the CPF supercharging strategy. So if you have not checked that out yet, please watch this video. I think it's very informative and may open your mind towards the CPF education. Now coming to the final option, which is to invest the CPF OA, which is the highest risk of them all. Because the first 2 options have not much risk, right? In fact, option 1 is like 0 risk. You just pay down your debt. Option 2 is like policy risk. You are afraid that policy changes will come and then it may affect your retirement payouts, payout age and whatnot. But I guess the final option is slightly higher risk. In fact, significantly higher risk, if I may put it, because you're dealing with investments, and investments comes with losses or gains depending on which time you enter. So you do not want to time the market. And this is already provided you know what you're doing, because investment, you will need to have some education and some mentality and emotional stability. You do not want to stock pick, because this will significantly increase your risk if you don't know what you're doing. But the fact is, now in 2025, you can buy diversified unit trusts that spreads your portfolio across different regions or different companies, different industries. Like if you want around the world, you can use a Mundi Index MSCI fund. And then if you want a US-based index that's similar to S&P 500, you can look at a Mundi Prime USA fund. Both of these unit trusts are offered by POEMs with 0 sales charge and 0 platform fees, which is like a godsend nowadays. I wish we had this back then before I transferred my OA to SA. Then I could capitalize on this. But I guess it's not too late now if you learn of these new ways to invest using your CPF OA. And like I always say, profit is not guaranteed, only cost is guaranteed. So you want to choose the lowest cost platform, it's best to go with POEMs to invest your CPF OA, because there's no sales charge, no platform fees. The only fees that is charged is by a Mundi, the expense ratio of 0.05%, which is already inbuilt in their fund. So you don't really have to pay anything extra upfront. And the good news is they have attractive sign-up offers, especially for POEMs. Then you just fulfill the fund and trade requirements, hold the cash, hold the funds, don't withdraw anything, and then you can still get like 5% per annum guaranteed return. All these things like welcome bonus, you all should know very well one. So you don't sign up naked, don't sign up blindly. At least use the referral link, at least can help the channel if you learn something new. So my video today is to show you the thought process of how I will approach such a question, because everyone's circumstances and situation is different. For those debt-free mentality, they may want to choose option 1. Then for those who like good housing debts but do not want to invest, they may want to choose to transfer OA to SA. Then for those who can take on higher risk in investments, they are okay with investing their CPF OA money, then yes, it could go for option 3. But just putting the facts out here that back when I had this situation of 100,000 in my OA, I did a transfer from OA to SA, which is option 2, because CPF investing options were not that widely available back at that point in time with lower cost platforms like Poems. So I guess it's very good news for new investors now, especially with the welcome bonus. You want to sign up, get the gifts first, whether you want to invest or not later then say, but at least get the account and the welcome rewards first. I think that's the most important thing, that at least give you a head start. And if you want to learn of the CPF supercharging strategy, I already have a full video which explains the ins and outs, the FAQ of the CPF supercharging video, so refer to it right here.